Student body president Taylor Martin was found guilty on a minor charge of conduct unbecoming of a senator in December.
His punishment: to make a public apology to the campus. Nick Auctioner got a copy of the apology and joins us live with more. Nick?
Yeah, Jasmine and Ben, SJ Judicial Committee Chairman Sam Warren sentenced Taylor Martin to publicly apologize to the campus. Warren said Martin could publish his apology in the Pendulum, submit it to Phoenix 14 News, or submit it to the campus really however he wanted. Martin chose to submit it to the official Senate records. Although the records are public, they're not published online, and neither Martin nor any other member of SJ notified students that his apology had been submitted. Phoenix 14 News got a copy of the apology, and here's what it says. First and foremost, I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize for any misconceptions or embarrassment that I may have unknowingly caused members of the Student Government Association and the student body as a whole. Despite the fact that I did not have any malicious intentions, I accept all responsible for any hardships I may have created for anyone during these past few weeks. Martin then says that he wishes he had the opportunity to share his side of the story. Phoenix 14 News attempted to contact Taylor Martin at least 10 times since late November, including most recently this past Thursday. The first time Martin was contacted for comment on the charges was November 19th, before we first published the story. In total, Phoenix 14 News has called Martin at least twice, emailed him at least 3 times, and visited his apartment twice. Ben and Jasmine, you can read the entire letter of apology on the web at phoenix14news.wordpress.com.
Here's what's going on in SGA this week. Construction for a senior village on Firehouse Fields will begin this spring. Nikki Turley is replacing Jeff Stein as Associate Dean of Student Life. And it's election season again. Packets were emailed to students, and presidential debates will be at SGA's meeting on the 20th. And also more money will be allocated to organizations. There's more giveaway because the university anticipates a higher enrollment next year. And also an increase in the number of new students will also bring more funding.
2 big names are coming to campus this spring. Former Congressman J.C. Watts is speaking on the 22nd through the Isabella Cannon Leadership Program. NBC Nightly News anchor Brian Williams is also coming for Elon's honors convocation. Williams will moderate a panel discussing democracy, economics, public education, the environment, and civic stability. The convocation for honors is April 7th, but tickets will be available March 17th.
A former Supreme Court justice is coming back to Elon Law. Sandra Day O'Connor will make her second trip to deliver the keynote address at the inaugural moot court competition. 17 law schools will compete at the end of March. The courtroom competition honors 3 founding members of the Elon Law Advisory Board. O'Connor dedicated Elon Law in 2006 and spoke to students last March.
A latest national survey shows continued decline in underage drinking. A report from the University of California in Los Angeles shows that beer drinking among college freshmen dropped 20% within the last decade.
This means that 62% of college freshmen across the country do not drink beer. According to the Beer Institute, partnerships between the alcohol industry and government are working to combat underage drinking.
UCLA administers the largest studies of higher education nationwide. It's official, Super Mash Bros, Neon Trees, and Wale are performing for Sub's spring show. Phoenix 14 told you about Super Mash Bros and Neon Trees during January term, and Sub confirmed it on Saturday night. The spring show is on May 6th at 7 p.m. in Alumni Gym. Tickets are $20 for students, $25 for the public, and $27 if you buy tickets at the day of the show. Tickets are on sale now.
Not sure how to say "where's the bathroom" in Spanish? Well, now you can by using an application just released by Google and Android called Google Conversation. All you have to do is say the phrase you want to translate in English, and the phone will translate it into Spanish. Spanish lecturer April Post says that even though she would not allow her students to use it in class, she would recommend it to students planning on studying abroad. Right now, the app can only translate from English to Spanish, but Google says they're planning to expand to other languages in the coming months.
Now put gas in your tank and keep money in your pocket with Phoenix 14's Pump Patrol. The cheapest gas you'll find this week is $2.97 a gallon at the Citgo station on South Church Street. Need to be closer to campus? Marathon on West Haggard is at $3.05, and the Kangaroo on the corner of campus will cost you $3.08.
It's one of the few times people look forward to the ads. Students were weighing in on their favorite Super Bowl commercial spots, and we have them here.
Nice temperatures are on their way, but will there to this coming up this week. Your Phoenix forecast is coming up. Starting to clear up. Today's high was in the 50s, 56, but it was partly cloudy. Tonight there'll be a little bit of rain with a low of 33 degrees. Tomorrow will be great with a high of 50 degrees and it'll be sunny. Let's take a look at the national weather map right now. There is a system that will be coming through our area this evening. That's why I mentioned there's going to be some rain, but it won't be that large of a system. If we look at the Carolina weather map, you can actually see more clearly this system that's going through our area. Now let's look at the current surface map, and you can see all of the we're going to have high pressure coming through next week. And now let's take a look at this week's highlights. We are going to have a possible wintry mix this Thursday. Mild days for the most part, and we should have a little bit cool in the evening and lows in the high 20s. Here's your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Sprinklings on Thursday, a possible wintry mix. But Friday will be great. It will be sunny, and hopefully this weekend will also be sunny. Highs in the 50s.
Excitement over the Green Bay Packers' victory of the Pittsburgh Steelers made its way to Elon. If you were one of the fans hoping to watch the game at one of Elon's local bars, you were with one less option. The Fat Frog management and staff took the night off to watch the game elsewhere. Students decided to stay home and still went all out for the big game.
Of my life.
The Super Bowl also ended up being the most watched television show in history with more than 162 million viewers.
Some people watch the Super Bowl for the football, but others watch just for the commercials. We talked with a couple of Elon students who told us about their favorite commercials.
The Doritos finger licking.
The Doritos commercials.
The House Mean Joe Green commercial.
The Darth Vader Volkswagen commercial.
The Volkswagen Darth Vader commercial.
The one where Ozzy Osbourne is advertising the 4G network, and then they make fun of Justin Bieber at the end. That was an added bonus.
4 miles and 2,400 calories of food.
Sounds crazy now? Just wait till you see what we're talking about.
The Phoenix took on the App State Mountaineers to a sold-out crowd. We'll have the results on this close matchup against a favorite Elon rival coming up in Phoenix 14 Sports after the break. Welcome to the wonderful world of sports. As always, I'm Steve Roth. Here's what's happening in sports. We begin with Elon football. National Signing Day occurred this past week, and Elon signed 15 new players. Among the crowd, Mark Bridges, a defensive back from Matthews, North Carolina. He earned a 3-star safety rating by Rivals.com and ESPN.com. He was also part of his high school's North Carolina State 4 AA titles in 2009 and 2010. Robert Davis, a linebacker from Thomasville, North Carolina, is a 3-time All-League selection and also helped lead his high school to a 2008 state title. Will Wentz is a tight end from Virginia Beach, Virginia. He is a first-team All-State selection and helped his high school to the state semifinals in 2009 and 2010. For a full list of the new Phoenix football players, check out our website at phoenix14news.wordpress.com. On Saturday, your Elon men's basketball team took on the Southern Conference rival Appalachian State Mountaineers. The game started off quick for the Phoenix. After Spradlin gets a few points, Coach Matheny gets the fans riled up. Later, it's Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack Eisenbarger with a couple of threes early. Eisenbarger finished with 7 points. Towards the end of the half, Lucas Troutman body slams this one home for 2 of his game-high 19 points. Elon led App State by 6 at the half. Then it's Chris Long from Long. He finished with 15 points. But as time winds down in the game, the Phoenix makes some poor shot decisions. This shot by App's Omar Carter bounces 3 times and becomes the straw that broke the camel's back. The players know it's over, the fans know it's over, and the Mountaineers beat the Phoenix at Alumni Gym by a final of 68-62. After the game, Coach Matheny talked about the current status of the team. The basketball team may have lost one player, may have lost the game, but one player recently got awarded. Junior Drew Spradlin was named to the Capital One Academic All-District 3 first team last week. Spradlin becomes the first Elon men's basketball player to earn first team honors since 2007.
This weekend, finely tuned athletes are getting a little less toned, but this isn't your typical run. It's not just an eating contest either.
Well, basically happened, runners participating in this year's Krispy Kreme challenge had to run 2 miles from the NC State Bell Tower to the Krispy Kreme store, eat a dozen donuts, and then run back to the Bell Tower.
To successfully complete this challenge, runners needed to eat all donuts and finish the entire race in less than an hour.
The top finisher was Jeffrey Click from Fort Bragg, finishing in just less than 30 minutes. I couldn't even eat a dozen donuts that much time.
That's probably not a bad thing. The race raised $100,000 for North Carolina's Children's Hospital. And that does it for this Phoenix 14 News. Continue to track what's going on across campus this week on our website at phoenix14news.wordpress.com.
I'm Jasmine Spencer, and thank you all for joining us from all of us here at Phoenix 14 News. Have a great weekend, Elon.